I don't know. Let's read that diary, boys. I'm predicting the diary is gonna be about different combat with. My prediction. Let's go! Today at 3 p.m. Mr. Podcast, Dan Lynch. Hiya! Wait, I have to put the Parmigiano back. Hi everyone and welcome back to another Death Diary. Today is about various changes that affect combat and units. With the Barbarossa update, we want to shake up the meta a bit. He said meta! He used the word meta! What? He used the word meta! They never did that. For a long time now, unit bonuses from High Command have confused people. Most expect that they apply to battalions, when in fact they apply only if their target unit type was the majority type, which was basically a weighted type count. They also couldn't overlap, so infantry, mountaineers, and artillery would apply to the same unit, letting you stack stuff. Oh, they're making the stacking go away. For example, Romania has infantry and marine guy. So your marines got both buffs, and I guess he's saying he wants to turn it off. This system has now changed, and divisions get bonuses based on their composition. This is a straight up ratio based on the number of non-support battalions of each type. So, for example, a 2 artillery, 3 infantry division will be 40% artillery, 6% infantry, meaning that the artillery bonus goes to 40% of the division, I will guess. Battalions are always classified as a single type for this, even though some are stripped of multiple types, based on this priority: cavalry, armor, artillery, motorized, mechanized infantry. Exceptions being rocket and special forces, which both act as addition. So if the 3 infantry in the example above were mountaineers, then the division would also be 60% special forces, and if the 2 artillery are Nebelwerfers, it would be 40% rocket. You get it, chat? You dumb fucks? I don't get it. when counting the battalions of armies, an example: when we have an actual unit and not only a division template, battalions that lack equipment will count as less. So a light tank battalion with only half its tanks will only count as a 50% battalion. That's really good. That's really good. And not count as full. The total sum of compositions will still end up 100%. That's good. I like that. And look, he goes on composition. It's 50% tank, 28% armor, 14 infantry. He changed combat with, I fucking told you. You know what this DLC is really gonna do? It's gonna make me, we're talking about multiplayer here. It's gonna make me want to play minors multiplayer and design cool divisions. Test shit out. Some weird tank division, design stuff. Really cool. As part of our efforts to shake up the 40-20 with meta, we have made changes to the combat width. That's big. That is a big fucking change. Province widths now range from 75 to 96. Plains have a new combat width of 90. While mountains have one of 75. Most of the widths will not divide into each other easily, hopefully moving the ideal width away from multiples times 10. That's fucking genius, man. Mathematical geniuses in chat, which number is the best if it wants to divide into 75 and 96? 24 is now the best division. Yeah, Tommy did that in like 1 second. 24. 75 divided by 24. 3.1. You only lose 0.125 value. And also 96 divided by 24 is also very good. It's exactly 4. That fits completely. Dude, 24 is the best division now. Yeah, dude, perfectionists are in trouble here. You can't just make a base division. It's always changing. But you can't make it 48, because 48 doesn't really go into 75 a lot. This is gonna make reinforcement important. But this does not mean they will be the easiest problems to solve well. Mountains, marshes, and urban now have reinforcement widths of 1/3. Wait, what? It looks like the game is now far more about open terrain. Like, it's easier now to take plains and stuff. But it's harder now to take mountains, which, fucking hell, mountains were always hard. What? It's more realistic? Dude, in the base game, you see me complain every day about mountains, man. Did you see yesterday, like five French mountaineers killed my entire army because they had the mountain bonus? Just go past the mountains. Going past the mountains. Dude, let's take a look at the map. Dude, Singapore's on mountains. India. Like, realistically multiplayer. Obviously here, right? Bro, fuck fighting for this, man. Jeez, that's gonna suck. Mountains here. Then some defense in North Africa. If you have a game with West Africa, yeah, France not so much. You just kill the north. Forest is obviously gonna be interesting. There's not really mountains in Russia, but forest and marshes are gonna be interesting. You have the marshes here. I most importantly, obviously here. I don't want to be Japan in this new DLC. Fuck. You have now less reinforcement into a mountain. That means this is harder, and this is mountain too. Singapore a little bit. I think it's 2 hills. Don't forget it's the logistics system. Everything is gonna change hard, and I'm excited. I'm excited. In conjunction with these changes, we have also been looking at reducing the overstacking penalty. We hope that this will alleviate some of the need to have divisions that are the perfect width for a given province, but at the same time, smaller countries should now be able to specialize the division width to suit their home terrain more. I don't know what reinforcement width is. I've never seen it before. So I think we can say that marshes and mountains are much harder to take now. I think what everybody has to learn is that mountains, urban, and marshes are much more fucked now. The standard width now of a standard province, which is most of the game, is these 3. So let's say I'm a Germany or an Italy. I should make a division width that's divided well in 1984. Which number is the biggest, best divisor of 84 and 90? It's 90 divided by 22 is... you lose like no value, man. 22 width is very good. You only lose 0.9 value. 22 is very good. People say 30. 84 divided by 30. I think you're wrong. You lose 0.8 value. 80% value lost. Dude, this is so awkward. I mean, in the game, if you're a good player with good divisions, it doesn't matter that much. But if you want to really min-max, the fact no one gets it, it means it's good. Yeah, exactly. You have to figure your shit out, man. I love that. One of the major things that make longer divisions like 40 with armor hit this proportionally harder than smaller ones is also how targeting and damage works inside combat in relation to the enemy's defense. Essentially, the longer divisions make more efficient use of concentrated damage as it punches through defense. Yeah, I totally get this after 5k hours, sure. To solve this, we are doing a few things. First of all, we are weighting the targeting towards wider divisions, being more likely targets. And also, when picking targets, to try and match it to have wider divisions spread damage over smaller rather than always concentrating it. The way I understand this is that big divisions are good, and now he made small divisions better because of targeting. Everything targets the bigger ones more now. That's what I'm understanding. That said, though, to whet your appetites, here's a little tease from a debug map mode in development. It's about temperature, like weather or something. Armor and piercing. Dude, they're changing. Dude, this is all... Dan Lind is watching streamers, man. And he always knew that this is a big problem. This is kind of the DLC I've always been asking for. Currently, the effects of having a stronger armor than the enemy can pierce, or being able to pierce an enemy's armor, are binary and give fixed bonuses. This meant that there wasn't really any benefit to have more armor than you need to stop enemy piercing. And also that being a single point of piercing on the enemy's armor was just as bad as having no piercing. I never knew. 5k hours, I didn't fucking know. I have no idea. Oh, it's very binary. Well, changing that would be amazing. So things were quite binary. With the Fang designer coming, we wanted to make it feel like your investment in upgrades were always worth it. So we are changing armor and piercing. This is important because Dankus Miricus is going to design armor tanks in Russia, little bitch. Dankus has more armor than my tanks can pierce. That means his unit takes half damage, as it currently works. And now he's saying the new one or what? No, as it currently works. Oh, it's still the same. So Dankus's tank has less armor. I have more armor and piercing than him, but then Dankus's tank has also less piercing than me. What? Digga, I wasn't in school in 12 years. Was? Take damage between half damage to do... Digga! Huh? Ah, like, yeah, I get it now. So, Dankus's tank does not have enough armor. Dankus's tank has 100 armor. And I have 75 piercing. Then the unit takes normal damage. But what if I have 76? Let's make an example. Okay, here we go. Always read next. Yeah. In second school. Yeah, Dad, come on. Example. A Panzer division has 52 armor. We have Dankus Mimicus and his shitty little heavy tank right here. That's Dankus and his heavy tank. And we have a Germany player trying to break his broken monkey meta. Dankus has 52 armor. It's being attacked by an infantry... It's being attacked by an infantry division with some anti-tank guns. They have 60 piercing. If it was the old system, this armor would be worthless and not reduce damage at all. Yeah, so in the old system, I never knew. 5k hours, I never knew. I would just do pure damage on this guy. Pure. His 52 armor will not matter at all. But now in the new system, So I'm piercing him, yes, but now, because it's close enough, what does close enough though mean? Between 60 and 45. Because it's less than 25%. So if he has 44 armor, nothing happens. If he had 44 armor, he will be fucked. But if he has 46 armor, it's close enough in the first 25%, meaning my 60 piercing get reduced by 25%, going down to 45 piercing. Before, right now, his armor is whatever. Fuck you, you suck. But now in the new DLC, Dan Lin says, your armor is still getting pierced, you still suck, man, you made a shitty tank, but you get 25% less damage. I get that. Like, hey, you have a bit of armor, we give you 25. We give you 25. Okay, Dankus? There it is. Okay, I make an example to see how clever you guys are. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You guys are all acting like you're fucking geniuses. Welcome to school, chat. Welcome to school. Listen to this now, you fucks. You want to do maths, you pieces of shit? I have an 80 piercing division. You have 77 armor. Class, how much damage reduction does this tank get? 25%. So it's fixed. Look, someone says you're all dumb, it's 15. It's 48. Look at chat! You guys all acting like you know shit! Look at chat! You don't know shit! Everybody has a different answer. I think what my issue right now I'm thinking is that he doesn't tell us yet. Like, when do I unlock 50% damage? Is there a 10% damage? Is there a 75%? What if I have 99 piercing and he has 75 armor? Is it 25? Is it 1%? In this scenario, I will understand he unlocks a 25% damage reduction. Yeah, but if it will scale, wouldn't it be 1%, 2%? I feel like you should earn every single percent. That's the big question. That is the big question here that I think no one can answer. Is it 25 or 2%? The Death Diary doesn't tell us. It's not scaled. It scales. The entire Death Diary says they want everything to scale. We don't have the critical information. Which of both scenarios applies here? Because I think you don't deserve 25% damage reduction because I'm 1 piercing off. You deserve 2%, and the 2% will be the most balanced ever. This right here will be so balanced. And that would be insanely good. That would be so cool. That means every single piercing or armored division you ever do has value in it. That would be so cool. Anti-tank infantry should be better now, hopefully. I always complained that anti-tank is useless in this game for 4 years now. Right now, if you don't have enough piercing, you do 0 damage, meaning an anti-tank infantry division will never pierce a tank. But in the new system, you pierce at least a little bit. Okay, we just wait for next time. Let's keep going. This is just useless, man. Reliability. First, before I read this, I want to say, as a 5k hour player, reliability never meant anything. It never meant anything. You lose like 1 tank and 2 planes to accidents, who cares? You're gonna outproduce it. For the tank designer, it was important that reliability is now more impactful if it was to be good trade-off with other aspects of design. So we needed to change it up. Here we go. Reliability is now affecting losses from attrition like before, which is almost nothing. You really don't care so much. Reliability now affects orc regain when moving, and also makes any weather-related orc effect more impactful when low. If I have low reliability, bad weather fucks me more, like deep snow. Lower reliability scales up all impacts from weather, so if facing extreme weather, a unit with low reliability equipment will suffer more under those weather effects. I mean, what I'm reading here is you need more reliability. This is big Russia stuff, yeah, this is big Russia stuff. At the end of combat, units with better reliability will be able to get back a certain amount of tanks, etc. to simulate that simple, more reliable constructions will work better for battlefield repair and be less fragile when taking damage. So it's a bit like capturing enemy equipment in combat, but in reverse. So in the end, I think if you make a tank, make it reliable. Don't make it trash. Our goal is that this creates interesting trade-offs when designing equipment and will make you have to consider if it's worth switching a strategy focused on speed and firepower towards reliability and operating in bad weather and tough areas like the Russian winter or North African jungle. I am an infantry miner in Africa. I'm in Brazil, in Australia, and I want to fuck with German tanks in North Africa. Does this whole reliability thing mean anything to me? No, right? No, it doesn't. Like all the changes, they don't... Well, weather, yeah, but I can't improve my gun reliability. I can't improve my artillery reliability. In certain mods, you can, for example, take a gun, a rifle, and give it +2 reliability, like World War Bra. But not in vanilla. Well, the maintenance company is the only answer. Adding maintenance is good now. What exactly does maintenance do? I want to actually know. Maintenance might replace a certain... you only can have 5 support companies in vanilla. So maybe maintenance. Depends though. That's what I like about the DLC. If you chill in France and Germany, you don't need that. But if you're in North Africa, Russia, you need that. 5%. An extra reliability bonus from support companies. This bonus is applied to an equipment type's reliability and reduces the chance of breakdowns and accidents. And in the future, even gonna do more. Maintenance makes sense now. And it's 5% and then 10 and 15. I'm always looking at examples. I'm Australia or Brazil and I'm going to Africa and I want to do something there. I should probably build this. That's good though, I love that, because this was so useless. You would never put that ever on infantry, never. So the answer to my question is this entire new reliability system doesn't really matter to infantry players, like a guy that only makes infantry, other than at maintenance, that's it. Maybe one day you can upgrade this stuff, right? Like you go here, like in certain mods you can do that. You go here and you go to artillery and you can upgrade it right here. Oh, and I figured now might be a good time to point out that there will be a future diary on weather changes and other cool rated stuff. That's also cool. Weather never mattered in this game. Weather never mattered. I have a suggestion for all focus trees. Please mark the historical path in the focus tree somehow. Something on my list. What about the gainable traits for generals that reference unit types? Is the whole concept of dominant type gone or just for high command bonuses? Yeah, it's everything about dominant type now. Am I right to assume that the 60% division gets 60% of the buff, so that a 15% attack buff from the guy you put in the garment effect becomes a 9% attack buff of the division? Or did I understand that. If your division is 60% infantry and 40% artillery and you get take a plus 15% infantry attack guy, you get 9% overall attack bonus. Yeah. Some decent under the hood changes, though it will echo the sentiment that armor versus piercing still seems too binary when the former is higher than the latter. That's what you just said. You'd expect something like extra damage for over piercing, right? The reason it's like this is so anti-tank weapons don't just become fantastic infantry killers basically. I've played with ideas for allocating strikes by hardness, but as I said, I'm not ready to dig into the targeting changes just yet. I don't really get the changes to high command bonuses either. Why don't they just apply on the battalion level? The idea is that they function more like combined arms or like cross-train free. So the whole is greater, blah 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 blah. It's not that hard to post a survey so players can actually decide what they want to get fixed instead of you making the game even more convoluted by fixing what you think is broken. Then I was just saying, oh, this guy is shitting on him and he's like, fuck you. I like that. Good depth. He's like, what are you talking? No need, if you read any of the hundreds of combat with discussion threads over the years, you will see that the two most popular changes are more varied with and have targeting. Did you shit on that guy? That is all very awkward, man. Gentlemen, that's it for the day, bro. That was big stuff. And yeah, we checked the dev diary, man. That was variety day with Tommy, man. Thank you for all the subs. Very excited about the DLC. The meta is changing. HOI4 is still a thing, boys. I am very, very excited, guys. Thank you very much. If you want to support the channel, check out the merch. You know where it is, man. Don't be noob. And see you tomorrow, boys. All the best.
She slipped in my fingers like sand. Heard that she had a man. Now I'm just sitting here sad. Oh well, ship sail. She slipped in my fingers like sand.